Hello, everybody. Waiting for people to slide in before we get started. Hope everybody had a happy new year. We're going to kick this off with a little New Year's stuff. As a matter of fact, it is a holiday, believe it or not. Today, the second Friday in every January, is officially Quitter's Day, when most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions already. So I thought they'd go at least a month, but apparently most people don't even have that much ambition. Can't wait for that smoke. Or had enough of the treadmill in this case. Lori, how we doing? I don't know if Grizz will be here or not. There's Jackie. Don't worry, Jackie. My bowl of cream of wheat is waiting for me as soon as we're off this podcast. So hope everybody's having a good weekend and appreciate people stopping by. Every third week, payday process. Well, yeah. Just depends where you fall in the system. Tonight's going to be fun, people. I'm telling you. I don't think the four of us have ever officially been in the same room, so who knows what's going to be said. But with that being said, oh, there's Jessica and Linda. Linda, my little blonde Bigfoot buddy. So we might as well start bringing people out and we'll get the introductions and start off having a little bit of fun here. So welcome, Holly. Welcome, Melissa. Welcome, Allison, who I haven't got to see in person other this first time we've seen her on the screen forever. So I think this is pre-beard last time I saw you.
It absolutely was.
So there's been text, but it's always fun to see you in person and hear your voice.
I think you've seen my kid more than you've seen me in person.
Exactly. He and I already have a date set to when we're going to get together, and we don't.
Right.
July 5th for Superman. We'll see how that plays out. That seems like it's going to be a hit or miss, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that trailer yet.
Yeah. And the whole crypto, take me home. It's got me. That seems a little on the lame side, but we got Swamp Princesses here. Auntie Mel Melvin. Uh-oh, is that somebody Melissa knows? So I think we're going to have a lot of people here that we know, because I put it up on Facebook for a change too. So we'll see how many people show up.
Is it on your personal Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah, I put the link up for it.
Oh, good.
So,
thanks for that.
Well, it's not ready to throw up.
Oh, good God.
Roger, how are we doing? Melissa's
In
already
regular
on.
Mel fashion, let me just be a hot mess express over here. It's awesome. We're good. We're surviving.
Lori Gibbs, okay, I'm opening up about BF. I hope that's Bigfoot. Or best friend.
Or Metal Fitness.
Lori's a champ. She's here for all the shows, so we always appreciate her coming in. Well, I'd always start. We'll get rolling on this, being Quitter's Day and all. That still cracks me up. To actually a dedicated holiday to people giving up on their resolution.
Well, one can only hope.
Yeah, for the normal gym people.
I'm sorry.
For the normal gym people, Quitter's Day is kind of a holiday for us too, and we're waiting for it. So, Holly, why don't we start with you? I'm sure everybody remembers Holly from the last show, but just in case.
Hi, I'm a mom of 5. I've known Brian forever. The social media I like to do, I like to send these ladies and Brian reels. Some of them are inappropriate and some of them are not. And I hate to admit it, but I like to watch the Karen videos and the cleaning videos because the cleaning videos make me feel like a normal person.
Melissa,
Yeah.
you and I share some similarities on the whole social media thing, so I think this is going to be.
Yeah. As far as fitness is concerned, that whole world in the YouTube realm is a little out of control, but
Yeah.
It's getting a little wild. When I went to the Arnold last year for the first time, and when you start seeing 14, 15-year-old boys lining up to see Sam Sulik, and these kids are obviously on steroids, it's really scary.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to be hitting on that and some of the train wrecks that people are creating. Lori Gibbs, Brian Barber, and Holly, no judgment. I watch videos of everything paranormal and the Queen. What's the Queen? I don't know who the Queen is.
Hmm.
The one who, I almost said croaked, but passed away. I got to be sensitive here. I got to remember. Michelle, 63, and that Lord, 64 in May.
Oh.
Allison, your turn.
I'm a mom of 3. I'm a single mom of 3. Let's just throw that out there.
Hey, boys, thirst away. It's
So
all good.
she's a superstar. That's what she is.
When it comes to social media, I am quite eclectic. I get the reels from Brian. I get the reels from Holly. Mel, we have never exchanged reels. I don't know why.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But I'm sure they would be very inappropriate for some reason.
probably. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we get to vent a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
Some of the frustrations we can air and maybe help some people avoid some, or their kids. That's more my worry.
Yes, kids for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of share the opinion of, I know Mel's going to slap me for this one, but Alan Roberts, from the fact that, the Supreme Court is looking at banning TikTok is just ridiculous. To me, it's like, if you don't want your kids on TikTok, keep them off TikTok, monitor them. But so,
I think Snapchat is a little bit worse than TikTok, though.
I think I agree with that, Holly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Snapchat leads,
they
right?
don't know how it works.
I think I don't have Snapchat, but I think it does. I think like you can send pictures and then it'll disappear after you open them up, and I think that's where a lot of adults probably interact with younger kids.
Yeah.
Predators. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, as far as TikTok, I guess my only gripe with TikTok, I mean, at the end of the day, it really comes down to parents and them actually monitoring what their children are consuming, rather than just handing them the phone because they're being noisy or what have you, and being like, okay, now they're quiet because they have my phone and you don't know what they're looking at. I mean, at that point, it's really the parents' responsibility. I don't think it has.
My kids don't get phones until they're 6th grade. Yeah. Because in 6th grade, then if there's an emergency at school, because you have to worry about, it's not like when we were in school. If something majorly happens and they need to get a hold of you, then there's a phone. But my kids don't get their own phone. And when they do, I use, up until they're like 15, I do monitor them. And I tell them not to give our address out to strangers, and how do you know if these kids are not 50-year-old men, for my daughters, trying to lure you in? You know?
And just so Michelle knows, we're not bashing all of TikTok. We're going to bash some people on TikTok, but
there's good and bad with everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Like you can't get around it. And this conversation is actually making me realize, because I was about to chime in, that my kids have had phones since they were in 5th grade. I always have the code. I'm allowed to go on it whenever I want. I'm allowed to check on things. I actually kind of monitor like friends' kids too. Just kind of what they're doing so that they have an adult that they're comfortable coming to ask questions or be like, hey, this happened. And then I can make a judgment call of whether or not it's important to expand into like how much to expand to their parents or whatever. But I just realized that I now have an 18-year-old. I wonder if he's changed his code yet.
I will have an 18-year-old on Sunday, so I get it.
Well, Lori Gibbs brings up a point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's parents' responsibility because I'm reading these for the podcast people that can't see them. So to raise people and phones where my kids were small, but still as parents, why do you not monitor movies and internet phones? I think some people just don't do it because they either forget or maybe just lazy about setting the passcodes and keys so their kids can't get on their phone and having to go through the trouble of unlocking their own stuff.
I know that Michelle also, I saw her comment something about doing age restriction. You have that preference that you can put in the settings, but my question is, who's actually deciding what is going to be filtered out? That's where the problem is, because it was still, wasn't it on YouTube? They're still letting some inappropriate, I think it wasn't Peppa Pig, it was something else.
It was Peppa. There was numerous on
YouTube for kids. So you don't know what the filters are. So I don't know how helpful that would be.
They have cracked down on that on YouTube quite a bit. It's actually kind of impressive how far they went, but it's also makes you wonder how fast they acted on it.
Yeah.
How long have they had the technology to be able to do that?
Well, as you know, with software, web development, it's really not that difficult. It was them being lazy implementing stuff. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it's tedious, right? That's probably the last thing any back-end coder wants to do. But
that's why I'm a quitter.
And that's why I'm doing it. I'm a masochist, apparently. Yeah. So it is interesting, though, what they do cherry pick, really, to filter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because I know, and some of you know who this is, some won't, but Mike Van Wyck got in trouble because he gave a love tap to another YouTuber. And since then, his Instagram is pretty much getting flagged for anything he posts. So, but yeah, at the same time, Diddy still has an Instagram account. It's like, how do you justify somebody who gives a love tap to another? It wasn't a love tap. We'll go straight out, throw a punch.
Yeah.
Instigated, regardless. And then censoring him, but Diddy, with 1,000 bottles of lube running around, still is unfiltered. It's like, what is that?
Ryan, you're making my restriction real hard right now.
You know me, I like to push the envelope, so.
Oh my God.
I like to ride that fine line, just like I'm sure when we start talking about people, I'll use fire truck a lot because. But like you said, how do you control what's being filtered? Somebody's deciding it.
Yeah, they are. And like I said, they're definitely cherry picking. And I do think a lot of these platforms, they're out to make money. So what's the headline news right now? Did he do it? That is the butt of everyone's jokes right now. No pun intended. No pun intended.
See another one who rides the razor's edge.
That was the greatest.
Can we redact that?
That was a great pun.
Told you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight will be absolutely unforeseen and
My bad. He told me I can't swear, so now there's going to be like all of these innuendos, and I don't even know what's happening.
I didn't get that restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it through the first show.
Yeah, Diddy definitely did it, and he was planning on at least 1,000 more. So.
It's true. Oh dear God. Yeah. So yeah. Anyhow. But yeah, whatever is on the headline news, they're going to try and take advantage of that as much as they can, because that's when they're going to start bringing in the money. All those type of videos are going to bring in all sorts of money for them.
Like the new version. I mean, our kids these days don't watch TV shows with commercials in it so much, where they're like running to mom and dad, like, we got to get this cereal now.
Right.
But they're getting this bombardment from social media from whoever wants to be a keyboard warrior.
Look, Swan Princess is ready to pay our fine if we slip up.
Oh, Kayla.
If it wouldn't red flag,
she made a good point too. She her kid has a flip phone.
That's awesome. I love
and Nokia
that.
is bringing back the flip phone for that purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't know. It might actually already be out now.
I mean, is it like the old school Nokias?
I don't know if they're coming out with a bar phone, but I know it's the flip phone. I know I love the bar phone. The ringtone is iconic.
Right.
Yeah.
You could.
I
blow that thing up, but I wouldn't. It would just survive.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this comment blows my mind. I didn't know that you can't use about what's going on in New Jersey. You got to say Dior bags.
Dior bags. Yes, it's a huge thing. Yes.
What? Didn't know that. Good thing I didn't open my pie hole on that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. That's actually really been interesting to watch on TikTok. I came across that while I was watching Bethany Frankel. It's like mindless scrolling. And I was like, what is she talking about? And that's what came up.
Interesting. I don't do the TikTok much.
I don't do it very much, but when I do, I tend to fall down rabbit holes.
Yeah. I'm a true millennial and I stuck with Instagram and YouTube. I consume way too much YouTube.
See, Melissa and I are on the same page. I haven't figured out how to navigate TikTok yet to find like the peanut butter videos and stuff like that. So I stick with Instagram.
I don't want to know what the peanut butter videos are.
I haven't seen you to tell you that story. There was a thing on TikTok where people were covering themselves in peanut butter.
What?
It's weird. I've never actually come across one, but I've heard stories.
Is this the new beauty guru thing? Because I got a whole issue with that whole side of everything.
They were literally just smearing it all over their bodies, and it was just
weird.
Like
for views?
a what the heck moment.
That's
but I was in Shell, and there was a short little lady behind me, and the guy behind the counter was talking, and I was paying for my gas, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute, I know that voice. You're the peanut butter guy on Bigfoot, right?"
What?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
And so we talked for a few minutes. She wanted my channel, blah, blah, blah. And I turned around and she says, I don't even like Bigfoot. I was hoping you were covering yourself in peanut butter. I didn't even know what
on earth. What the hell?
I was
buy you dinner first.
Jeez.
Twisted chair. Yeah, I was stunned. I didn't know. I know the comments are the best part sometimes. Sometimes I forget to say anything. I'm just reading comments and laughing on the inside. So I love the chat.
That's crazy.
So who wants to I guess we'll go with the good first because that'll be funny. We'll call it on that one. Okay. So
do we want to
go?
Have
you guys heard of like Mama Tot? Have you heard of Have you watched Mama
Yes.
Talk videos?
Yes.
She's amazing. I like her. She's one of my favorites.
What kind of content does she?
She is like TikTok, and her son, her son, got unalived, through like I think a bad like drugs or something like that, and she took her grief and started doing videos and on TikTok and just let it all out, and she gives advice. So she'd be like, she calls her followers tater tots, I think, doesn't she? Is that what she calls them?
I think it's tater tots.
And she's like, okay, listen, tater tots, you're beautiful and you're amazing, and just talks to them. And then she has like a like she has a parrot that sits on her shoulder, I can't remember what the parrot's called, but she's just amazing. She reaches out, she talks to you while she eats in the car. She's one of my favorites. And Joey Swalls, whatever his last name is, for gym etiquette.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need a little bit of that before I
too.
backhand somebody at the gym.
Yes.
Did you
One
see
more
where
person walks between my rack and the mirror, something's gonna happen. And I'm looking right at you, Brian, because it's gonna happen when you're there.
See, Greg, I got to read this one out loud. Brian, how'd you get such good-looking ladies on your show? Pure freaking luck. That's what it was. It's good being able to be a gym big brother. Let's just go that way.
Oh, gosh.
Sexy all around. Here we go. Into the ditch. Rebecca needs to bring the tow truck. We're going deep tonight. Deep in the ditch. I'm screwed either way. So Joey Swell's amazing, but did you see there's a bunch of people creating content now about what his fans are actually doing to people?
No, I haven't seen that part.
I didn't see
people
that.
are actually finding out who these people are, not only because of the videos, but they're turning around and the fans are calling the people who made the offense, calling their employers, doxing their addresses.
Oh, wow.
Showing up at their houses with death threats.
What?
Wow. I'm not that crazy.
It's getting pretty ugly. So now people are wondering if he's doing more harm than good. But to me, he's not the one doing the harm. It's the people watching.
Yeah.
Well, watching his videos, I've been more aware of when I have to videotape my lips. I am more aware of asking people if they want to be in my video.
I can't the comment.
I know.
I can't. I was trying to hold it in.
For all those in the podcast land, if Rebecca says Brian knows she loved going deep in the ditch. Where I live.
I can't.
Only come out for sunshine to get this tan.
Wow.
But no, I love what Joey Swell is and what he does. And
yeah.
And
he can't control his fans at the end of the day. If people are unhinged, they're unhinged. What's he going to do about it? I mean, he shouldn't suffer as a result of it. I mean, should he put a video up, telling people to knock it off? Maybe. I mean, I would feel inclined to do that if I were him. I don't know if he's done that, but sometimes it helps.
Yeah, I bet he will at some point.
Yeah.
They get shamed enough making his show, so
yeah, it's taking a little too far. Showing up at their work and their home, that's creepy.
Yeah,
I don't even care if they did something stupid. That's still just not okay.
Right. Another one of my favorite is the Matt Matthews. He's the farm dude that says, "Let's do farm chores." I hate it here. In his bathroom.
He is awesome. He is fantastic.
He does He is actually a photographer for those
A boudoir.
yes, and
Yeah.
he has all sizes. You can get his, like my size could get lingerie there, and he'll make you look. Even guys do it.
The pictures are amazing.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, he's fun.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of his videos.
I know. I want to go see him live, like in his tours, because
That
he's
would-
hilarious on those too.
Oh yeah. And then he reads all of the I like when he does the confessions. People send in the anonymous confessions, like really weird.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like really weird.
So how about
Good.
here's a dumpster fire one. Greg Doucette.
Oh dear God. I knew you were gonna do this to me.
Yes, I was.
I knew you were gonna do that.
For me, old Greg Doucette, lots of good information.
Yes.
New Greg Doucette, clicks, reviews, and just starting drama.
1,000,000%. I used to consume a lot of his content, but yeah, the new stuff he's coming out with, there's really no substance to it. It's just crap. It's not anything that, I mean, he sits there and he talks about Sam Sulik or like the Trend Twins or, Togi. I mean, he did how many videos on Togi? And it's like, can we get something with more than just you running your mouth?
Well, not only that, he has talking fitness and diet and, training harder than last time to selling harder than last time now. It's like one big ad for his products, and
It is.
down the, I hate to say it, but, Mike Israel road where he, the sexual innuendos and harder than last time stuff. And like I said, it used to be a brilliant channel. And no, when's the last, I understand that fitness content is basically an airplane runway at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a dead end coming very, very soon because there's only so many videos you can make about a bench press.
Oh yeah.
So many videos you can make about a squat. And there's already millions of them out there. So these content creators are quickly running out of runways. So before they fall off the edge into the ocean, they want to
They're trying to cash out.
Yeah. Right. So what they do is they create these business models and products, and their content goes from like really informational to just a push for product.
Yeah, and they don't even refer to their old videos.
Right.
If you want information about this, we're into the Yeti or not, and for people who don't know what that is, whether you're natural or taking gear, those seem to be huge these days. And well, I enjoy them, but at the same time, you can only take so many. And when the same, like Sam Sulik is being done on 14 different shows, it's like, let's just get to the point, people.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know if you've ever looked at Greg's cookbooks that have come out. A lot of his stuff, I mean, when you get down to it, his cookbooks are legit, but they are, for someone that is trying to make a lifestyle change, that cookbook is going to scare them to death. They are not going to want to go forth, with a new lifestyle because the recipes are overcomplicated the way he has them displayed in there. It's not people that are just starting out with weight loss and understanding food and all of that. Those cookbooks suck. They really do.
Are inexpensive. I mean, not everybody has $100 to spend on a one-time cookbook.
No.
I bought Jesse James for $59.99, and it's updated for life.
Yeah.
And the recipes are simple, stupid.
Did you say $100 for one cookbook?
Yeah.
Is it customized at all?
No. It's just recipes.
What?
Yeah. Just random recipes.
And he's got 3 of them out, and he sold, what was it, 100,000 of the first one?
Supposedly.
Huh.
His whole
Interesting.
theory between, like, he always says, what is it? Calories in, calories out. But it's so weird. You look at his cookbook and it's super complicated, but then he makes such a simplistic statement like that, and that's oversimplifying what you actually do need to do. You can't just say, okay, calories in, okay, I'm going to eat 1,800 calories and freaking candy bars. That's how somebody who's never had this lifestyle before, that's how they're going to view that. Oh, I can eat McDonald's burgers until I reach 1,800 calories, and that's fine because calories in, calories out. That's not true.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's an oversimplification, that statement, and I hate it. I hate when he says it. Every single time it's cringy.
That's a very, like, a lot of people use that term.
Yes.
I've heard doctors use that term, which
Yes.
really, and we all know I'm big supporters of our medical community and healthcare workers. But that is one that just grinds my gears.
Okay. I hate to do this, but we're getting a lot of comments. So Holly, will you introduce the cat, please?
This is Athena. This is my rescue cat that I got from the pound in May.
I'm not eating.
So Athena is now officially our 5th member of the panel.
Yep.
Sorry, she hasn't seen me all day, so she's just comfortable on my back.
Oh,
She's
trust
very
me.
cuddly.
I thought sitting in the rocking chair would stop her from like getting on me, but it hasn't.
I agree to a point with calories in, calories out, but to me that means the quality of the calories. And first you got to find out what your calories are. You can't just, take a wild guess in the dark.
Yes.
But if you like running a race car on, gas or kerosene, it's not going to happen. It doesn't run right. You're going to have problems sooner or later down the track.
Yep. And that's why, him using that statement, he's always, pushing people, start now, start losing weight now. It's not that hard. Calories in, calories out. Those people, they don't understand what quality of food is. They don't even understand that they're only consuming 20 grams of protein a day. They don't have any understanding of any of this. So, he just, he contradicts himself all the time.
He does. And just like, you just train harder than last time. Well, if you don't know how hard to train to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know if you're going harder than last time? So,
and if you don't know what style of training works best for you, what are you going to stick with? That's the most important thing. Like Holly, she likes doing powerlifting. I like doing powerlifting to a certain point, but like, that's not I'm not on that level.
Right.
I'm just not.
So actually we have a really good example of this here between Holly and I, because Holly and I have very similar body types, very similar body composition overall.
Right.
But I cannot lift anywhere near what she does at all, because Holly does powerlifting and I prefer like HIIT. Would that be it?
Yeah. Like more like boot camp style training.
Blanking on the term that I'm looking for right now. Not HIIT. HIIT's not the right, but
like run. You're a runner.
I'm a biker now. I'm a mountain biker. Thank you.
I don't like cardio, so I'm good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get my 10, 12,000 steps in a day, but you won't catch my ass running on a treadmill because I'm not about to fly off it like Jake did. No thanks. Hard pass. I'm good.
I mean, I still lift and I still do but I'm not out like Holly is. No way.
Yeah.
No, and that was why I was glad the 3 of you came in, because I think we got a pretty good cross section of the gym crowd right here.
Oh, I agree.
I finally quit chasing numbers, trying to get big and strong. And here's another, and I mentioned him earlier, and we can touch on him now, Mike Van Wyck. So I love his videos because they're educational, yet at the same time there's a lot of sarcasm and not judgment, but critiques of others, not necessarily naming names.
Yeah.
And he says what's on his mind straightforward, but the information he puts out when he's talking about rocking and using the way the body moves, I've been trying that the last couple of weeks, and my joints are so much happier. The weights I use are cut in half, but yet at the same time, you can see more definition in the shoulders, and legs are starting to come back. So, I mean, it obviously works, at least for me.
Yeah.
It's just trying to understand, 54 years old, reinventing myself from always chasing that logbook, always chasing that, instead of whatever, 315, I want to do 316, and it didn't matter how I got there, which is why my shoulders were hurting and my elbows were, tore a tricep because I rushed to warm up. And where following this, it's like, instead of chasing numbers, you think more of muscle recruitment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's a safer way to go about it too. The older that we get, you have to protect your joints, honestly. I mean, in recovery, when you break something, Brian, it takes time.
it's time.
Who is that? What is that?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Greg was a Salisbury stick to health food. Maybe venison with flavored water.
I was gonna say that's something that people don't understand either. Is the last time I ate a Salisbury steak, I made it from scratch, and it was not difficult. And there is a way to eat those things that you like in a healthier way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I like that Jesse James Remington, because the recipes are twice the protein and half the fat and half the carbs of the normal stuff, but are almost as good because they involve an air fryer. Or my favorite before this diet was taking like a quarter block of fat-free cream cheese, 2 cups of Greek yogurt, and mixing that with the fat-free, sugar-free yellow pudding cheesecake mix. So I thickened it up like a no-bake cheesecake, and it was like, oh my God, that was, now my favorite meal right now is cream of wheat with some sweetened milk in it, but.
I'm a big fan of unsweetened cocoa wheat.
I'll agree with that.
Yep.
That is good.
No sugar.
I like Ike's got a good one. I renamed my bathroom gym that way because I go to the gym daily.
Oh, good Lord.
People are creative.
They are.
Ice cream. That's actually an easy one to kind of make a little healthier. Michelle says, we're talking about the ice cream.
Yeah.
Brian, didn't you used to put your yogurt, or no, Holly?
Mm-hmm.
You used to put your yogurt in the freezer for a little bit, didn't you?
No.
That was
No, I put mine in there.
Okay, it was you. You put it in there for like 30 minutes and it gets all.
Yep.
I'll just eat the ice cream.
I mean, fair, so do I.
Well, and that's too,
that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing people don't get too, is unless you're on a restrictive diet,
mm-hmm.
you can have a cheat meal here and there as long as you keep your calories down. You don't
right.
eat a whole large pizza because it's, everybody thinks I dieted for 6 days, so I'm going to have a whole 7th day. Well, if you're at the end of the week, if you're in a calorie surplus at the end of the week, you're still going to gain weight, even though you were eating 6 days.
Yeah.
That's the other thing people flip around. It's like, I like to wait till after I weigh in and see if I earn that cheat meal before I just say I died at 6 days. And plus, if you cheat during the week, you don't get that cheat day anymore.
Yeah.
You already ate it, baby. That's it.
And then
Will Tennyson always says you can't outwork a bad diet, and it's true. He tried to in a couple videos. he tried to prove that you can do it, and you can't do it.
You can't do it.
It would be an entire day of doing cardio, lifting weights to exert that much. Yeah, it's not possible.
And other things that people don't understand too is with fitness influencers or somebody that's doing a show. For example, Brian, you're prepping for a show. Like, this is not how you're gonna live your life for the rest of your life.
Mm-mm.
It's a moment. You're prepping for something specific, you know.
Yeah, and that's where the social media influencers really mess with people, because they only take those pictures when they look like that.
Exactly.
And to me, and I don't remember the numbers now, depends on which study you look at, but the amount of damage that causes kids with body dysmorphia because they want to look like that wanker Togi, or they want to look like Greg, or they want to look like, John Skywalker's kind of paying the price now. It should be an example for these kids, because when you party, when you do the roids, and when you do everything else he was doing, you're going to pay for it at a very young age. I mean, he's still in his 20s, and now he's getting water drained off his heart. And so the fact that all these kids are being influenced by wankers like these guys is what, their content may pass the filter, but at the same time, it's like, even on TikTok and YouTube, they've got the 30-day trend challenge, and you got 14-year-olds doing, if anybody doesn't know what trenbolone is, it's an anabolic steroid. It's the worst one you could possibly use because of the side effects. It does cross the blood-brain barrier, and it's linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. Now you got 13 and 14-year-olds using it, thanks to some of these influencers. I guess you have good influence and bad influence, but
well, isn't these influencers sort of like the magazines that back in the day that we used to like idolize these stars, not realizing they were photoshopped in these magazines? Because I remember as a teenager, because back in the 90s, I wasn't a beanpole, I had curves, and it wasn't popular back then. And I'd look at these magazines wishing that I would look like these people and try hard to look like these people. And I remember like starving myself for a week trying to get down to look like this person in a magazine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're setting unattainable goals for these kids, and then these kids can't figure out why they can't reach it. So then they
Well, and then you want to talk about all these social media platforms. They make it twice as bad because most of these platforms have defaulted filters on them. You don't even have to choose a filter. They already have them on there. You cannot take them off. So it's already giving these kids, even girls, it's giving them this false sense of what their faces even look like.
It was, I don't want to say proven, but it was known that Apple actually paid Snapchat for their pictures to look better so that you would, I mean, even I'm guilty of it when I was at the gym and I was taking pictures of boot camp or whatever. I would use Snapchat at one point because it gave a better picture.
Yeah.
As in, I mean, I pride myself in the fact that I think that I did a very good job of showcasing lots of different types of bodies, but like you got a clearer picture, you got a clearer, crisper photo.
Yeah.
And it was known that Apple paid for that.
and some of that stuff's okay, but when you get guys that, how do I put this? Literally Photoshop, like their abs are tightened together and any other little imperfection is worked out to sell a business.
Yeah.
And then when you see them in person, it's like the wheels freaking come off at that point. That's why when I was taking pictures, it wasn't all pumped up and cranked out of my mind or the perfect lighting. It was, I don't want people to see a difference when they see me in a photo and in the gym.
Yeah.
Or in person, because
they even at the booths at the Arnold, you had a lot of these YouTubers there. And I kid you not, every single one, I didn't even recognize them because in person, they look nothing like they do in their videos.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. I walked by so many of them, I didn't even know. And Mark's like, hey, isn't that so-and-so? And I'm like, holy crap, like what?
Yeah. And the difference even between the pictures and the videos is crazy because, like you said, you got the perfect lighting, you got a little Photoshop, you got this. They look just giant. And then you see them in a t-shirt and it's like their arms are like this. It's like,
Yeah.
where did it go? You know, we went from this to this. I would use another finger, but, you know.
Well, it's funny, even the videos, the recent videos of Jay Cutler. So Mark and I got our picture taken with him and Ronnie. He is way smaller in person than you would ever imagine.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the first thing you told me when I asked you how it went.
It was weird. So weird because they make themselves seem so, just like monsters really in their videos. And even Greg, when I got a picture with Greg there,
Yeah.
he's a tiny guy. I mean, if someone told me he was 5'1", I'd probably believe them. When he says he's like, what does he say? He's 5'5" or 5'6". No, that's a lie. He is shorter because I'm 5'6" and I had to crouch down to get on his level.
Well, he's 5'5", standing on the step in
Yeah.
platform shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's short. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, why would I understand you're selling a business, but it must be for the money because I wouldn't want people to see me in person and go, what the hell happened to you? Somebody put you in the dryer on high? Just teeny tiny. Where I had the opposite, and this was obviously back in the day, it was, let me think, this was 99 where I went down to a wrestling match, with WCW at the time. And you see the guys on TV that look fairly big. And it was polar opposites at that point because there was one guy, his name was Dean Malenko. On TV, he looked fairly small, but I wound up staying in the same hotel. And as I was rounding the corner, I saw Bill Goldberg. And he's just massive. I mean, so I'm staring at him, and all of a sudden I get a thump in the chest, and I'm like ready to slap somebody. And look down, and it's that little Malenko. He's like, what did you hear on me? I'm like, I said, sorry, but I'm thinking you're even shorter than you look on TV.
Yeah.
But then there were guys, one guy named The Wall, and I got the picture laying around somewhere. I had a picture taken with him. He put his hand around my neck, and I could feel his thumb and finger touch. I came up to here on him, and I told my girlfriend, Rachel, I said, snap that picture before he sneezes and breaks my neck. He was even bigger then than he was on TV.
Holy cow.
They weren't photoshopping like they do now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. And there's even a guy on Instagram I started following. He's been around for a hot minute. Booty by Jack is what he calls himself. But people send him in videos. Oh, does this girl have a BBL? Does this girl have a BBL? And he calls these women out for acting like they're, actual fitness people. Yeah. He's like, no, you had injections put in your behind. Like, why are you lying to people? Because he's had enough.
I know when I'm watching the live, sometimes commercials will pop up and I get irritated, but Greg was.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. The commercials will pop up and it's weird. It interrupts a live, but we'll give Greg a plug because he's got a new movie out on Bigfoot and some really cool stuff in it with Greg goes, here's a commercial, buy my DVDs. Yeah.
What's a BBL? It's those girls with the big old booties you see plastered everywhere.
Brazilian butt lift.
They don't match the top portion. And their legs look like toothpicks, but they got big old booties. That's not a thing. If they have no hamstrings, no quads, that is a big old fake booty.
Yep.
They're horrible.
People go to extremes for that. Did you read about that girl that went to South America and
The cement.
Hmm?
The cement.
No,
yeah,
That was Florida.
that
Was it Florida?
The cement lady, she, because I watched video on it, she pretended she was a doctor and would put cement
Yeah.
in all these ladies. Some of them died, and they're
What?
like their butt is uneven and it's hard and it's just
Awful.
like eating
Ew.
away, I think, at them.
Well, yeah, because it starts to. I mean, it's cement, so what is
Yeah,
it like? Dehydrates you.
yeah. The lady, she even did it to herself. She pretended she was a plastic surgeon, and because they were cheap, and she would like
What the?
inject all this stuff into these people, these poor girls.
What side of
And then-
TikTok are you all on?
What?
What side of TikTok are you all on? I don't see any of this. What
I
the?
hate to say it, but it's Facebook.
Is it really?
it was on TV for a while.
That's
And
my
the-
rabbit hole. Of looking at videos because they have clips of like videos and like movie clips and show clips. But this
Okay.
was like a little documentary. It was like that's what my rabbit hole is at 11:00 at night. I'll sit there and
Brian
watch
used to
videos.
send me the guys with the biceps.
Ew,
The
oil.
synthetic oil.
That's nasty.
The
So gross.
synthetic oil, and then their arms end up popping because of the oil.
Ew.
Ugh.
You guys know how that started, right? It literally started with bodybuilding, but they would use just tiny amounts to bring up a bad shoulder or something.
Oh.
And then these guys, what they're actually, it was called, it wasn't synthol back then, something pump. And it was a water-based thing that would dissolve over time.
Really?
And what the guys are using on those videos now isn't synthol either. It's, well, the ones in South America are being really done. They're putting lidocaine and Vaseline and
Crazy.
What?
maybe a little synthol with it, but the Vaseline is the big one.
Why?
And
Earth.
the most famous guy, Vladdy or something, that had the 27-inch arms, he just croaked.
Bye, Michelle.
His birthday. You know, but that's another one that's making TikTok rounds, and then some of these kids are going to go, "Hey, how do I get arms like that?"
Well, and that's just the thing, though. They're learning, they want instant gratification. That's all social media is teaching them. They don't know how to work hard for anything. And it's not just in the gym, it's just life in general. These kids have no critical thinking skills because of social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the study was 43% of kids under 25 get their daily information off TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. That's where they get their news of the day's events. I mean, that's a crazy number.
That's sad.
You know what
Wait,
the
are
problem
these
is?
the kids of the Tide Pod eaters?
I was just going to say your comment. These are the children from the
saying, I
people who
think
ate
it is.
Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Like these, I mean, I just, you know, and I feel like it's part of the problem, even though I monitor my kids. I make sure that I educate them
Yeah.
on, I mean, you guys see my kid at the gym. He
and he put the stuff away where he found it, which we all appreciate. Just throwing that out there. Her kid knows proper etiquette. We're grateful.
But like he's, you know, like I educate them on like their nutrition and balanced nutrition, and you know, these things take time. And what these kids don't understand is like actors, for example.
Yeah.
It's their job to look like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like that for a movie, and it's like the same, like they don't understand that it's not their whole life.
Well, and they don't understand that those same actors, they're not natural.
No.
I don't care what The Rock says. There is no way on God's green earth. Get over it.
I will guarantee. You know what the Rock's cooking? Trembolone.
Oh, is that what it is now? That would make sense. Yeah.
I can smell what the Rock's cooking. Testosterone.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah.
Trembolone does have a really unique smell, so that's easy to identify.
Yeah.
You know, and like it or not, Hugh Jackman, probably not natural. And I got to go off on this one. This one just irritates the living fire truck out of me because Mr. Eubanks,
Oh.
Mr. Christian, I don't believe in enhanced people. You're bad people. And then turn around
Hanging out
and
with Togi and gambling.
yeah, I'm gonna go on TRT because I feel more like a man. It's like you're 23 years old. I think the money's drying up. The views were tapering off. So what can I do to generate? And he is not. It's hilarious to hear him say, "I don't take steroids. I take TRT." There's no difference.
Yep.
You just look like a monkey saying that.
But that's the point, though. He has no critical thinking skills. He doesn't know, so he's going to sit there and pretend he knows, like everybody else that told him to take the shiz to begin with. I'm trying to.
I heard it earlier, so the one or two is.
I have such a horrible mouth in person. I can't.
Just not my vocabulary,
Yeah.
I have a hard time, but that's why sometimes there's a pause because I'm like Terminator, F word, B word, C word, no.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. Next level.
Pickle him, So, but yeah, there's another influencer who's got millions of followers, and now he's telling people that TRT is not gear.
Yeah.
It's like. So if even 1% of them follow what he's doing, and I promise you, he is doing more than TRT. He is on TRT plus to gain 20 pounds or what was it, 20 pounds in 2 months of muscle.
Yeah. I will say, Greg did do a video on that. And that video I actually watched through till the end. That was the first one in a long time. He was spitting facts in that video. So not just trash talking.
Yeah. And I've actually heard, I'm reading the comments and I see people talking about getting horses because, you can get horse steroids. It's like, I know more than one person who's gotten a horse in order to get their hands on stuff.
I gotta go eat a few ho-hos.
All right, Greg. Well, I gotta go eat a few ho-hos and wait a minute.
Ho-hos. What are you doing with the ho-hos? Just go get some damn cookies.
Later, beautiful ladies and mighty Hulk, Ryan. Well, we're hopefully a Hulk in the making. Well, I'm barely Bruce Banner right now, so. We'll go from there.
Yep.
So who's the worst of the worst?
Liver King?
Oh, there you go.
Throw that one out there.
Liver King in.
I have a generalized for this one.
Okay, go for it.
The Beachbody Huns.
The Beachbody, all of them?
The Beachbody hunk?
The Beachbody Huns.
Don't know.
Beachbody people.
Oh,
yes. I used to buy their DVDs thinking that's the way to lose weight before I started lifting weight. And to come to find out the people working out are just starving themselves.
Yeah. Well, and I just it's just goes back to that anybody can have, really it's an opinion and they don't know what they're doing and they don't, there's no credentials or anything.
Brittany Dawn. B-Dong. Good old B-Dong and her BS. I have to throw that one out there because that's the same thing as what you're talking about. Talk about no credentials and handing out information left and right.
That's, and it's just, it's harmful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they don't care because they just want the money.
They just want the money.
Yep. The money and the clout. Yeah. Yep.
I have one. I have one. It's that El Campino. He's that eagle lifter.
Oh,
I don't know
Larry Wheel?
if I said his name right, but he's the eagle lifter that wears like 6 belts to squat and doesn't even do a full rep because there's like 800 pounds on the bar or whatever crazy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
El
Like,
Champion.
maxes-
Have you heard of him, Allison?
I have no. And I'm actually pulling my phone out to look this dude up. 6
it's
belts.
cringy.
El
What is
Champion.
Look up Larry Wheels and El Champion.
Yeah, he was eagle lifting. He's been around for several years, but they just started putting his name out there. He was always in the gym fail videos.
He is so weird.
He sells his own protein
Oh, of course he does.
and his own products, but he never like does a single rep.
Oh.
No, when he's leg pressing, he's got his knees wrapped so tight that he doesn't even need to unlock the safeties. I don't know why he bothers because it never comes down past the safeties.
But why does he?
Hey,
need,
but that's okay
five
as long as
belts?
he's not making noises.
No, but he's taking
I
all the
think we're all good
plates.
with that.
You know why he's as in good a shape as he is? From loading and unloading all his freaking blades. Everybody else is doing grip. Meanwhile, he's got 20 plates aside that he had to take an hour to load.
Yeah. That is a very good point.
Well, what's the sign that I had a sign hanging in the gym once? You didn't complete your set because you didn't rack your weights or something.
Something like that.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yep, that sign won over mine where it was rack it or pack it.
Yeah.
Now it's more user friendly.
No, I put racket or packet.
Did that one go up?
That one did go up.
Oh, a little twisted. His comment about RFK. I think we're all hoping that. However, I think he's going to meet a lot of roadblocks along the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long time before a difference is made.
Well, and there's so much more behind that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much damage to our farming ecosystem. Is that what I'm saying? Like that really can't. It's going to take decades, if not centuries, to undo.
Yep. With all of the genetically modified foods, there's
people also need to understand what genetically modified is. I mean, if you eat a nectarine, that's genetically modified. You eat a seedless grape, that's a genetically modified food, technically.
Yeah.
So it'll be
it's
interesting.
Faster to do it. I mean, it's crazy though. So my dad's family is from the Azores. When I went to go visit them, I had a banana over there. And I kid you not, when I ate this banana, it tasted like candy because they live off their land. You eat the beef and it's like you come back. It took me, with beef and chicken, I couldn't even eat the beef from here for about 6 to 8 months without like feeling completely repulsed because of how horrible it tasted. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I have gotten spoiled by friends who are farmers, and you get apples from Washington and you're like, this does not, just even a different state. And it doesn't taste like when it's from your own backyard.
I'm lucky because I get all the fresh lettuce I want from
so good.
Farm. It doesn't taste like plastic because I'm picky because lettuce from the store, you can taste the plastic. So when I get it from the family farm, from growing in the greenhouses year round, and even a carrot taste is so much more juicier. And it's so nice that my husband's family has it because my kids see how food is grown from because they work there, so they see it from this planted in the flats to the seeds to how they use like ladybugs to eat the aphids to like harvesting it and taking it to the restaurants. Like they see the whole process of how food is grown.
Yeah. It's so important. And I think that's something where the school systems are really screwing up because they teach the kids nothing about nutrition whatsoever.
Westwoods actually
Well-
has a greenhouse now.
Where does?
Westwoods, they have a greenhouse in the
Oh,
back of their
nice.
school, and I don't know if it's like fifth graders. They
Okay.
plant flowers and tomatoes, and they sell them to go through the end of the year school trip. So they are teaching the kids how to grow things, but my kids still don't eat school lunch because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Well-
won't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's everybody's opinion on? To me, it irks me. We're selling cage-free eggs instead of free-range eggs. All the stores in Michigan are now required to sell cage-free eggs.
So cage free just means that they're out running in the pasture for a few hours. But I'm sorry, doesn't even mean that they're running out in a pasture.
No, I was going to say it can mean they're in a barn still.
They're in a barn,
Yeah.
but free
Hundreds
range.
of them.
Yeah, free range though is what you would want. Free
Yeah.
range is when they're actually out roaming but that comes down to why aren't any of these terms regulated? And honestly, that's probably a good place to start because I mean, you could label, people think cage free means that they're out roaming and eating bugs like they're supposed to, and no, they're not.
I think it just all comes down to people aren't educated enough.
Educated.
They just aren't.
Yeah.
They, if people even knew half of the BS they're putting in their system,
Mm-hmm.
all of these, all these health issues people have, most of it is from the overly processed food.
Yep.
But they don't know this. They're not educated. They don't know. Just like with other animals that go off to slaughter, people don't know. They're not educated. They don't know any of it. It's
Well,
sad.
that whole butterball turkey thing came out for
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
And it was like, this is
Disgusting.
nothing new.
No.
Nothing new. This has been going on forever.
Yep. But people are just happy being naive to it, I do believe.
Yeah.
Honestly.
For
I mean, because there's so much horrible stuff being put in your face on social media on a daily basis. I mean, think back when we were kids. How long did it take for information to travel to us from somewhere else?
Well, and you had to turn on the TV and you had to be at home
Yes.
really to do it.
Yep.
You didn't have a little tiny computer. I mean, my kids will ask me a question like, how does this work? And I'm like, I don't know how that works, but you do have a tiny computer in your hand. Like, let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's find out together.
Yep. Yep. People are lazy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very lazy on all different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like putting their weights away and not walking between someone's rack and the mirror. I will never let this die.
It seriously did happen to me this week.
I have started saying something.
I
Yeah,
pray I
I'm
never
too-
get on that list with Mel because
Yeah. My patience, 0 to 60.
I mean, I know most women have a file that they have for every time a man screws up. And when it comes up, but Mel's is more like a like red flags and just bang bang.
Yeah. It's more like a crazy Rolodex, right?
Yeah, there we go. Successfully spinning an arcade waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Where mine's more like an old file box in a storage somewhere. Barely remember what day it is, let alone what somebody said 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Although my childhood phone number is still fresh.
So
First place
I'm
to
gonna
go
throw
to
this
for
one
fitness.
out there.
Oh.
I've got something to throw out on the table. The keto diet.
Oh, I got a good one about this recently.
I do too. Go.
So I've been having ADHD runs very strong in the genes of my children
Yes.
on both sides of the family. And I had a nurse practitioner suggest I put my daughter on a keto diet.
Oh,
My daughter's 5, for those that don't know. Yeah, Needless to say, that was the last time we saw that nurse practitioner, and she is now a patient somewhere else. I was absolutely horrified that this
Unbelievable. Ew.
practitioner suggested a keto diet for a 5-year-old.
That, especially considering the keto diet was created back in the 1920s for children with epilepsy.
Seizures.
Right, that's not ADHD.
Yes.
It's freaking epilepsy. Give
Yeah.
me a break.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Anybody that thinks that the keto
Atkins.
diet is a thing, it's not a thing. It was not meant to be a lifestyle diet for anybody. It's called raising your LDL, having a massive heart attack.
Yes.
Done
Exactly.
Keto, everybody does dirty keto. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It's dirty keto. Look at your saturated fats, guaranteed.
I used to work with some ladies who participated in our local healthcare system's diet program, which was keto. And they didn't understand why they lost all this weight. And then as soon as they got off this program,
Yeah.
they gained all the weight back, plus some.
Mm-hmm. Especially the women.
Yes.
Yeah, because our bodies are meant to retain the fat for, bearing children.
Yep.
So, yeah. And once you create those fat cells, here's a fun little, just a little fact for everybody. When you create fat cells, you can deplete those fat cells, but they will always be there.
Be there.
So every fat cell that you gain, it will remain in your body forever. Period.
You taught me that.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
yeah, they react
Just,
opposite of what muscle fibers do, because muscle fibers, you build them, and then what happens is if you quit working out, you still got this end and this end there, but the cord in between disappears.
Yeah.
Where the muscle fat stays, the cord in between the two is done. So if you start lifting again, you have to rebuild that connection versus when you get off the diet, consume the fat, everything just goes, you soak every little carb up, every little sprinkle off that cupcake.
What does that say?
Best place to go for information as far as social media. If you had a health question, where would you go?
I do Google. No, I'm just kidding.
WebMD, duh. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I don't
Do that.
do not do that.
Do not do
Andrea. Everything you've never been afraid of, it will make you terrified.
You're
No.
either dying or you're pregnant, no matter
Yep.
what your sex is.
Personally, I look up medical journals. I
Yes.
do. I will read through medical journals because that's where you're going to get actual studies. You're not
Science.
getting information secondhand. You're getting it from the horses.
You're getting science.
Yep.
And everybody needs to remember that it's called medical practice for a reason. It's always evolving. There's always things changing. It's fascinating. I find it fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Yep. Yep.
Nope, I agree. So, best YouTuber to go to for information.
Jeez, you're gonna make me pick one.
I know
don't
that's the
have
hard
any.
part. Because for
mean-
me, it would be if I'm looking for bodybuilding, and it depends on the
I do.
information you're looking for, I guess.
Right.
Like bodybuilding information, first person I'm going to is trained by JP. He's on YouTube,
you
but
got
he's
me
more
hanging.
a site. But It's either him or think big bodybuilding media. They're more YouTube, but they've got several podcasts per week, and I've worked with Dave Crossland, and they're honest about what they do as far as diet, gear, workouts, and the thousands of clients they've worked with. So they're another one who has lots of valuable information for that. Nutrition and competitive nutrition will go with that, and working out. And yes, they talk about using gear, but get most for the least.
But that's
They're not
just the
doing.
thing.
They're not. 'Cause the
Transparency
worst
is
is
everything.
Yeah, it's not like Chase Irons, who I think is the worst person to go to.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to get his testosterone levels. Normal is between, I believe, 250 and 900, or maybe they changed that now to 300 and 1,000.
They might have.
But he was pushing his to 20,000. And for what? Just to say he did it. I mean, to me, HDL is going to go up, LDL is going to go, your arteries are going to turn to frickin' bone,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to keel over during a live at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think having full transparency, no matter where you're getting information from, is the most important, because you can, like, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, they might give somewhat decent information, but at the end of the day, they're not telling you about the gear they're actually on that goes along with this diet they're eating. That's a
Right.
big thing. For information for bodybuilding, even powerlifting, food, everything, I like Shakara Transformations. Ilona is, I'm sorry, she is badass. She will give you all of the information. When she was bodybuilding, she's pregnant now, but when she was doing her last bodybuilding competition, even before that, she was always transparent with what she was taking. She never hid anything. And then she would also say, don't follow my diet, because my diet is for me to go along with what I am on.
Yeah.
She always discloses this at the beginning of every video. She knows her stuff. She was into martial arts. Her dad was a well-known powerlifter in, I believe, I think Sweden, but she's Dutch. But it's, it's all in the authenticity of the YouTuber. If they're not authentic, there's no point.
Holly,
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh, I just ask you guys. I don't rely on influencers. If I have to find out information, I like ask, like, for workout. I ask my powerlifting coach or you guys. I don't, because I think influencers are unrealistic. They give unrealistic expectations, and they're not professionals. So, like, they're not
Certified.
Yeah, you can't. I can't rely on. I'd rather go to someone, talk to them face to face, than watch videos and, like, try to get information that way. So I talk to you guys. If I have a question, or my powerlifting coach, because I pay him for the big bucks to do that.
Yeah. I did, when I first started doing bodybuilding, I did read a nutrition book from Franco Colombo, who roomed with Arnold. And that's where I first learned about nutrition. In the book, he goes in depth about it. He has charts in the back that even simplifies carbs. So you have your complex and your simple carbs, and it breaks it down for you so you actually understand. So that was super helpful.
I look at nutrition a little bit differently, being as I work out differently than you guys. I mean, we all work out differently, but I also have to look at it from a different standpoint, as I never started losing weight until I started eating. I have a big problem with not eating. And a lot of people don't understand that can have the opposite effect than what you would think it does. But I also look at it as fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And because I am doing more cardio based stuff, I have to, have those carbs and those sugars to get going. But that goes down to like your complex and your simple. And I love food. I find it so much fun. And it's one of the newest sciences, nutrition sciences. So it's like in the baby phases still. It's like a toddler compared to other things in this world. So it's, and I fully believe in a balanced, like everybody should eat a cupcake on their birthday and not feel guilty about it.
Or cookies.
Or cookies.
Or ice cream, because I'm going to eat ice cream after I get done.
Or
Hi.
you guys know my guilty pleasure.
Oh, there we go.
I like sour punch. But yes, sour candies are awesome. But I do have a healthier alternative to sour candy that I've been
Give
doing
it to me.
too. It's, well, you take frozen strawberries.
Okay.
I put it in my NutriBullet. I put in some stevia. I put in lemon juice and some water.
Oh, I did this when I was pregnant with Avia.
Yeah.
With cherries, though. Tart
Oh.
cherries.
It's so yummy.
Oh,
It's
good.
just like sour candy.
So good.
It's so good.
Oh,
I'm hungry
that's
now.
still what my diet is.
Well,
Oh,
Well,
can
right
I
now,
say
this is
something real quick
this is
before you
competition.
say it?
diet. Yeah.
I like that you said competition diet.
Yeah, this is
I
not a
love
normal. This is not a normal diet. Nobody
it's
should
not
be
a lifestyle
following it.
diet.
I'll just sum up the totals instead of going meal by meal. That'll take too long.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes up with 16 whole eggs a day, 2 pounds of beef or chicken, along with a total of 8 ounces of white potato, a cup of cottage cheese, 2 protein bars, and my favorite meal is the one right before bed of 4 eggs and 2 servings of cream of wheat.
We should also note Brian doesn't eat vegetables.
I was gonna say, where's the micronutrients, bro?
It's in
a bottle.
in the cow
I have
and the
problem-
chicken.
No, I have a problem.
He
with
gets
this.
it indirectly.
No, that's not.
I did tell Allison that. Yep. The cows eat it, so I'm just absorbing it through them. And greens. Thanks to First Form Greens. I am doing those. So
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
But like, why can't you just like eat the damn vegetable?
I know.
Why is that
One
not
day.
a thing? Can we normalize
One
it?
day.
I don't even
Maybe
count
something so
vegetables
good that
in my
Brian's
food
gonna
unless it's like corn.
Corn doesn't count.
I
Corn
think
does
it's a
count.
rebellion.
Corn actually does have sugar and carbs in it, so yeah. Corn counts, but like broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, all that
Yeah,
stuff,
but
count it.
I mean, corn counts, but how much of it do you actually get? Because there's a reason they call it corn in, corn out.
I mean, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I could tell you why corn looks the way it does when it comes back out, but I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had this discussion.
we're not in the ditch at that point. We're in
This
the
is for the
sewer.
Instagram reels. I'll find a video, send it to y'all later.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well, as we start to wrap it up, let's end on the YouTuber you think should just pull their bottom up over the head and swallow and disappear forever. And to me, you go Togi right off the bat.
Fair.
Yeah.
You're promoting gambling. You're promoting DOC. You're promoting steroids. Everything you shouldn't be doing, and you're promoting 2 kids. That's how you got your dream body in 6 months. Night, old bear. So, yep, just pull that lip over and swallow real hard. Just disappear.
I'm torn.
You can say 2.
I want to say Sam Sulik because he's a moron. He put out a video. He put out a video of him grocery shopping and the BS that came out of his mouth. I want to slap him. He knows nothing about nutrition. Nothing. But everybody wants to hold him on this pedestal for some reason. And that bothers me so much. And then my other one, I was going to say lean beef patty, but we'll leave that alone for now. That's like a whole 3-hour thing.
For now.
We'll put a pin in that. I'm going to say also Julia Renee. She makes me really angry. She likes to, you need to look her up.
You need to look her up.
Is that the cheek lady?
No.
Show?
That lady's name is like Anastasia something. I don't know. No, Julia Renee, she got into bodybuilding. She likes to promote a big booty, but she is never transparent. She lets everyone think it's because of nutrition, her workouts, and literal multivitamins that give her a big old booty.
That doesn't give you vitamins. Don't give you a big old booty. Otherwise, my butt would be a mile long.
I mean, dropping like 5 octaves over the years is a dead giveaway, but she still won't admit to it. She's another Dana Lynn Bailey, but we won't talk about that either. I have issues with people. I'm calling them all out.
That's right. Allison, who's the worst of the worst?
I think I got to agree with Mel.
Yeah.
I'll have to look her up now. Somebody have to tell me so I can catch that.
I don't even know who she is.
I forgot about
I don't
her.
know half these people you guys are talking about are because I don't follow bodybuilding.
Look her up. She drives me bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And now she's on this whole Buff Bunny thing. And then she moved on to Buff Chick supplements and pick something.
Awful.
Pick something to push because it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I liked her at first.
What's the most annoying opening you guys have seen? I saw something the other day, and it hit me that it was right. That some of these people need to get new openings on their videos too. What's the one thing everybody, especially in the bodybuilding and fitness community, what's the way they open them? What words do they say, and what's the action they do?
Yeah.
Do you guys know? It's the most annoying thing now that I think about it. Every video starts out that way.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Hey guys.
Ew. Ryan here to give us all the ick. No. No, sir.
Don't you see that about especially the bodybuilders these days? Every one of them, guys, 300 pounds. Hey guys, what about the girls? No girls, just guys. And now everybody's doing it. You know, I like Ian Valeri, but he needs a new one.
They're all just, it's like rinse and repeat. A new one comes out, it's just reused like personalities, really.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The runway's running out. These people are gonna have to reinvent themselves or get heaven forbid a real job.
That's another thing that bothers me with social media. I'm sorry, it's not a job.
That really bugs the crap. And they bug and they like, oh, you can buy a cameo from us and we can wish you happy birthday. Why in the heck would we want you to wish us happy birthday when you're like an average person like us?
Right.
Yeah, that's like Amberlynn Reed does that now. There's another one.
Oh my God.
Beauty does that. Like, why do I want your cringy self on my no.
Right.
And
it's probably
some of them charge like $100 for them too.
Yeah.
Why would you pay $100? I don't get it.
People are weird. People pay for feet pics, man. I'm still considering that transaction. I mean, hey, I got hands for feet. Apparently, I've been told there's got to be market for it.
There's always someone that would love them.
Exactly.
There's always a weirdo out there that would.
Yeah.
I should have put pics on the site for my with the broken toe. Somebody would probably been masochist enough to like those.
No one wants to see that. That's just nasty. No one. No.
Whenever I get pictures from Brian of his feet, I'm always like, I'm not paying for those.
Yeah. Yes.
First ones are free. Click on my link for more. This is just a sample of what you'll get. Wait till you see the left one.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Do a stripper video where you're pulling your sock off the floor.
Wow.
I don't think anybody's thought about that yet. They'll just
They
do
have.
videos like that with different
They
socks
have.
and
Have you ever
nylons.
been-
Different socks.
Have you ever been on Feet Finders? I went on.
Ollie.
I'm sorry, but there's some weirdos out there. I'm curious, so I went on there to see what it was like. There's weirdos. There's weirdos. They have like underwear wrapped around their feet. The girls do. I'm like, all right, I can't. I'm like, why are people selling their feet? So I'm like, went on the website. I'm like, okay, this is gross. Some of it's like pornographic. It's just
The instant regret, I'm sure.
it was an instant regret. Yeah.
Holly not causing her own mental trauma.
I didn't have the internet growing up back in the day. I had to like research stuff out of books. So you have the internet. You look the stuff up.
That's true.
That's why I'm glad we didn't have camera phones growing up, because I would like to think I was smart enough not to take photographs of the stupid stuff I was doing that would land me in jail. But
Yeah,
these kids nowadays, like that whole, here's another guy that should just, I can't really say that, but let's say solve a puzzle with a tree, his neck, and a rope. That Wes Watson.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
He
I
did
knew you were going to bring him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got cameras everywhere nowadays. Why would you even take a stupid chance? Oh, look at that close up. We got whiskers, folks. We got whiskers.
A little photo bomber.
I pray to God he does not turn all the way around when we get tail.
I know. Oh.
Holy cow. We went long, but that's okay. I had fun. Did you guys have a little fun?
I had fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we'll wrap it up. Can you guys hang out backstage for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say goodbye to everybody. I'll run the outro and chat with you in just a minute. Everybody, please show Holly, Mel, and Al some love, because you have no idea what it meant to be able to do a live stream with these guys. To get them all in one room was amazing. And thank you guys for being here. And like Grizzly says, from coast to coast around the world, we will have you back next Friday. Have a good night, everybody.
Suspect, full throttle, 5.